We're 2 weeks into the summer 2024 anime season, so let's talk about all the anime I'm watching and just like a quick review of them, right? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start off with Tatsuketsu Fate of the Majority. And all I gotta say about this one is probably the majority of people that were watching this dropped it. Now, I love psychological anime, and the first episode, I know there was some pacing issues, and honestly, after seeing the reception that this anime got, I was quite surprised, because I thought it was okay. But then episode 2 came out, and I promise you, I dropped it so fast because it essentially undid what happened in episode 1, and that to me was just a deal breaker, so I ended up just dropping Tatsuketsu Fate of the Majority. But let me know what you think about this one. Next we got Parry Everything, and this another anime where, you know, the main character could parry anything, but he could not parry how fast I dropped it. The first episode, the opening is an absolute banger. Like, I love the opening, and maybe I was baited because of this opening, but aside from that, you know, I really didn't care about the character or the world. So yeah, there's another anime that I ended up dropping on episode 1. But you know, if it gets better, I know some light novel readers or maybe some manga readers, they can put their input here if it gets better. But from episode 1, yeah, it's not looking great for this one. Next, we got an anime that I watched for research purposes only. Yes, research. This one is called 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. Now, this one is essentially like My Dress Up Darling, but I would say it focuses more on the fan service. And honestly, the only reason I watched this is because of the controversial about censoring, which for me, I don't care, but I know I could definitely see some purists out there that do care. They have a valid reason to care. But yeah, aside from this, I honestly feel like it's a worse My Dress Up Darling because it feels like the main character is like a perverted character that only cares about, you know, fan service. And maybe he'll grow in the future, I don't know. But just from what I got in episode 1, yeah, it's definitely a worse version of My Dress Up Darling. And, you know, take that however you want. But whenever My Dress Up Darling Season 2 comes out, I'm gonna be there day 1. Next, we got Suicide Squad The Eai. Now, even though I'm not the biggest DC fan, I honestly enjoyed the first 3 episodes when it dropped. Like, the quality of the show was fairly good, the characters were fairly good, and then episode 4 came out and it felt like a bait and switch because honestly, the quality of the animation in the next episode was just not great. I mean, you can see the memes already. And, you know, it's unfortunate because I was really enjoying this one, and now I'm kind of like, well, if this is like how the episode is gonna look going forward, I kind of don't want to watch anymore, right? And it kind of sucks. Maybe I'll wait till the whole anime and the season is complete and I'll binge watch it there, but probably not, let's be real. Next, we got another anime, and I'm sorry because it's a whole paragraph, but this one is called Failure Frame. I became the strongest and annihilated everything with low-level spells. I mean, you can already tell it's kind of crazy. And honestly, it's probably called Failure Frame because the frames between, you know, 2D animation and CGI is like every other scene, every other frame. And it's kind of annoying, I will say. Now, I'm probably going to keep up with this one every week because so far, at least from the first 2 episodes, I really enjoyed the episodes. Right now, me, I'm a sucker for OP main characters and a good revenge story, and that's what it seems like this anime is going to be about. But I gotta tell you, just that switch between 2D and CGI definitely puts me off big time, and I could definitely see myself kind of dropping this anime in the future. I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's definitely on thin ice. Now, granted, when it comes to CGI, I'm probably the biggest CGI hater there ever was or there will ever be, because I absolutely hate CGI, especially when it's this noticeable. But you know, you never know. As of right now, I'm gonna keep it in the weekly rotation. Next, we got the Elusive Samurai. Now, this anime was a complete surprise to me because I thought it was gonna take the route of kind of like the Apothecary Diaries, right? More like a historical slash slice of life kind of thing going on. But then on the second half of the episodes, the heads started rolling, and it was absolutely, I was not expecting that at all. Now, granted, I'm anime only. I don't know anything about the manga, but if this is what we can expect from future episodes, yeah, I'm super excited for this one. I mean, absolutely a big shocker. And also, I honestly love how vibrant the colors are, especially when we had that switch between, you know, the first half of the episode where, you know, all the colors were pretty and stuff like that. And then the second half, we got that dark tone shift and all the blood splatters everywhere. Like, it just looks amazing. Probably the best looking anime of the season, without a doubt. But let me know what you think about this one. Now we got to talk about the darkest comedy of the season, and this one is called No Longer Allowed in Another World. Now, this one, when it comes to comedy, is definitely dark comedy because the main character, all he wants to do is commit double suicide with his wife. And when he comes to find out that Truck-kun, they actually gave Truck-kun, the truck that's responsible to finding people and getting them isekai lore. It's absolutely amazing, right? But again, this one is definitely not for everybody because it definitely deals with some heavy subject matters. But I gotta say, the main character and his voice, like that's a voice of a god right there, right? But yeah, I honestly thought the anime was going to get pretty serious by the end of the first episode. And when the dude's whole goal is literally to find his wife in this other world that potentially also got isekai, just so they could commit double suicide once again, I was just like, okay, this one I'm gonna have to keep watching because it's just so absurd out there. But again, I could definitely see some people not liking this because it is some heavy subject matter and it is very, very dark. Some people, you know, comedy is not for them, especially when they deal with this kind of stuff. But let me know what you think, because I know this one is definitely going to hurt some feelings. Next, we got obviously one of my most anticipated anime of the season, and that, of course, is Oceano Season 2, which the first episode is so amazing. I mean, I just love that Oceano manages to, like, essentially make us, the viewers, learn about the industry, especially when it comes to, like, adapting a manga into, like, a play, and how the author feels about his adaptation of the work. But on top of that, we get all these amazing characters that are well written, and they're dealing with their own conflicts, and we just see this whole thing just kind of unravel with a great production. I mean, everything about season 2 of Oceano is great. I'm glad that the quality of the show did not go down between season 1 and season 2. So definitely one of the better shows this season without a shadow of a doubt. I cannot wait to see more of Oceano. I will say I'm a little salty because it's on High Dive, and for me to watch High Dive, I have to do it on my PC where I record all my videos and stuff like that. And you know, I'm sorry, but I'd rather watch anime on, like, you know, sitting in the couch, laying down on the couch on my big screen and not on my computer monitor. Now, back in the day, yeah, I used to watch anime on my computer 24/7, but yeah, I'm old now, you know what I mean? So High Dive, when are you gonna put your app on the PS5? We need that like yesterday, okay? But yeah, that's the only gripe I have with Oceano, is the fact that I have to watch it on my computer and not laying down on my couch. That's it. Really nitpicking at that point. Next, we got probably the biggest surprise of the season for me, and that, of course, is Wisteria, Wand and Sword. Now, this is definitely one of the better animes of the season. I'm definitely going to be watching this every week without a shadow of a doubt. The first episode, the production value of this episode was just absurd. I did not expect it, right? The animation, amazing. The colors, amazing. The art, amazing. And heck, even when we take a deeper dive into the anime, like, I love the characters, I love the world, I love the lore that the first episode set, so we can explore in the future. I mean, if I were just to compare this to like something like I Parry Everything, it's just night and day. I feel like, you know, Historia did everything that a first episode needed to do in order to hook the viewer, and that's where, you know, something like I Parry Everything failed to do. So yeah, Historia definitely gonna be on my weekly rotation without a shadow of a doubt. And honestly, it reminds me of Black Clover. Now, I enjoy Black Clover, but this feels like it's a way higher production value than what Black Clover got. It almost feels like this is what Black Clover should have been when it first started airing. But you know, the similarities are there, but aside from that, the animation on this is just way, way, way better, and I'm here for it. Last but not least, we got Tower of God Season 2, which I'm making reaction videos of. Absolutely my favorite anime of the season. In fact, if you were only going to watch like 2 or 3 anime this season, it would honestly have to be Tower of God, Historia, and Oceano without a shadow of a doubt, at least from what I've seen. But yeah, Tower of God has just been amazing from episode 1. I did read the webtoon when season 1 ended, what, like 2, 3, 4 years ago. So it has been a while since I, you know, interacted with any Tower of God content. So while yes, I do know some of the heavy plot lines of Tower of God, I definitely don't remember all the small intricate details. So I don't even know if episode 1 is actually having better pacing than season 1. But from what I've seen, it's perfect. I love absolutely everything about Tower of God season 1, and I cannot wait till tomorrow to essentially watch it again. See, episode 2. So yeah, Tower of God, definitely my favorite anime of the season. Now, that's everything that I watched from the summer 2024 anime season, but there's definitely some other anime that I'm going to be watching here in the future. For example, I still got to watch Fairy Tail, the 100-Year Quest. I love the original Fairy Tail, right? I mean, I kind of grew up with it. Fun times. So I'm going to see if this one kind of stacks up to the original Fairy Tail. Another one, and this is a first for me, is the Monogatari series of and Monster. Now, I haven't seen any of the Monogatari series. So this is like my first interaction with the series. I'm gonna be watching it this weekend and see how it goes. But again, I have no idea what this is about. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be watching like a previous season to this, right? Like, I don't know. I'm just gonna go in blind, and this is gonna be the introduction to the Monogatari series and see how it goes, right? I might like it and, you know, jump into the rest, but I know you kind of need like a whole guide for this as well, kind of like the Fate series. But yeah, those two anime I'm gonna be watching over on the weekend. Let me know what you think. Let me know what animes you're watching. I know there's some other animes out there. Like, I know that one with the I think that there's the girl in school, and you know, her feet are showing, and then there's the one with the deer. I know those are going kind of viral with some of the scenes that are happening there. I don't know if I'm gonna check those out because they're not my type of anime. But you know, if I hear enough people saying that it's great, the storyline is great, the characters are great, you know, I might have to jump on the bandwagon. But you know, again, let me know in the comments what anime you're watching, what animes you're enjoying. Let me know if you're watching the same anime that I'm watching. Let me know if you have the same opinion or you disagree. Either way, it's a discussion. I'm here to watch anime and enjoy and talk about anime, so let's go ahead and do that together. But yeah, this is the anime I'm watching. Let me know what you're watching, and like always, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode. Peace out. Boom.